Welcome to another episode. Nope, trying that again. And welcome to another episode of Let's Be Fuck. I'm Nicole Fody.
And I'm your fucking nightmare.
And we're here to give you
all things
fuckworthy.
All things fuckworthy.
Oh, that's better. I like that. I would really love to adopt a podcast voice.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Feels like there's a little bit extra bass.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's just their natural voices, but
yes,
or maybe they just have better microphones. It does feel different, however.
You know, I hope that it's not their voices, because I am hoping that they don't go to the grocery store and speak like a fucking news anchor from hell. But if they do, that's exactly who I would be friends with. And I would bring you to a lot of parties and you wouldn't know why I was laughing in the corner, but you'd get it eventually. No, I kind of like doing that. So I take back everything I just said.
Today on the pod, we're talking about what we're here for. Megan, what are you here for today?
Thank you, Nicola, for letting me take the floor like that. I am currently here actually for an article about scorpions storming the land.
I may have seen something about that.
Yeah. I would hope that you had, because it was on social media and it feels like it was at least a big enough deal to be in my related Twitter threads. So Nicola, let me get to this. The title of this episode, is this actually how we're going to speak about this We Fuck now? Because I kind of love it. That's a great character. I'm so sorry, but this is fun.
I do love switching it up, you know?
Okay. It's like, we don't even have to be challenged. Like, we just put up challenges on Patreon to like make people feel like they were part of something. We will do ridiculous shit that's funny to only us, but maybe a few other people all of the time.
Just because it's fun, Megan.
All right. The title of this everything is Scorpions Sting Hundreds After Severe Flooding Forces Them Out of Hiding. I wanted to talk about this during Scorpio season, but you know, seasonal depression and hypothyroidism made sure that didn't happen. So we're here just in time for SAG season. Strap in. I've never related to something more. I just realized I have a literal thing of Vaseline like behind my back. Like I'm using it like a back press, like to keep my spine aligned. Okay.
I mean, whatever works.
You know, it's like we're doing, my body felt like it needed to be away and this looked like an adequate size. And now I'm a seamstress. So, you know, clearly I know dimensions and things. I wanted to talk about this during Scorpio season because I felt like this was a true culmination of my true personality, which is don't touch my shit or I'll fuck you up. And that feels like the energy within which these scorpions stormed the land. They were like, the flood's too much. It had to come out of my house, angry about it. Gonna fuck up everyone's ankles today. Listen, I know it sounds like I'm making light of scorpions, but truly, as one, the scariest, like, is it an animal? Is it a bug? I don't understand. What the fuck is a scorpion? Is it a fish on land? I don't understand. What is it?
I think it's
somewhere between
like
an ant and a lizard.
But I think
what
it's
is
an
it?
insect.
Okay, listen. The fact that you got crabs living in the fucking land, all right, which is what scorpions seem to be, correct? Like angry lizards with like pokey parts, right?
More like mutated spiders.
Dude, okay, listen. I mean, I guess depending on the size of the spider, I'm not fucking with a spider. I mean, there are certain spiders I don't care.
I'm looking this up as
I'm winning, but there are some spiders that I am not winning, and I am screaming and I am running a little bit more. So I feel like scorpions are just, I went to Arizona like once in my life, and just people talking about scorpions being in shoes horrified me so much. Yeah, they're so scary. It horrified me so much that I literally sometimes when I just like free ball put my foot in a shoe, I think, oh my God, thank God I don't live in a place with scorpions. Like that's how much it's traumatized me.
Mm-hmm. They are predatory arachnids.
what is the literal, and I say this in a way that like I know all life is supposed to be here for a reason, they probably balance something out, and I probably, you know, I get it, someone has a scorpion pet or friend and like you've seen the other side, but what is the literal fucking point of a scorpion?
Maybe to keep like lizard
if
population down. I don't know.
if not to terrorize human beings. Like that truly sounds like when you read like books to your children about like horrible things that live in the forest and you're like, that's not real. I feel like a book about scorpions, we could use that as the literal monster, because that is the thing that would keep me inside of my home, locked away, afraid to go out into the world. They have that kind of fucking power over people. Or maybe just me.
Did
Maybe
you
I just
know
respect the scorpion so goddamn much.
if you have a black light, they glow under it?
I
So
can't, I mean, what
if
kind of demon?
you if you can go outside and just shine a little light, you can like see where they are.
It's like, okay, not to be like speciesist, but like, and maybe it's because there's not a Disney movie about cute little arachnids yet, right? I guess we got like, what, I mean, is a spider an
Uh,
arachnid? Is that, are
yeah.
those in this? Okay, we got Charlotte's Web, but the
Oh,
bitch dies,
Charles Webb.
spoiler alert. So, like, we don't really have like a cute spider, like, or scorpion friend, right? But I just think, yeah, I lost my point because I'm high, is what I think, first of all. Second of all, damn it. Oh, Disney movies. Hold on. We're
Yeah.
bringing it back. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. I lost it. I lost my point. Shit. Damn it. I'm gonna watch this back and I'm
That's
gonna
even better than if you remembered it.
I'm gonna watch this back and be so mad. And whatever my point was, whatever the end joke of that, the tying up of the knots is gonna be, it's gonna be in the comments. What I'm trying to express to you is I have a deep fucking fear of scorpions, but also a respect as one.
Right. Well, it's that respect and fear, you know?
They feel like, and I'm so sorry to the scorpions because I know that you're probably cool, dude. Some of you are just cool.
They're just trying to live.
Scorpions are just I just feel like I would never want to fuck with you, dude.
No.
And if listen, we gotta, the world where the scorpions are running free, it's gonna be a bad day for our shoes. It's gonna be a bad day for our ankles. Like I just feel like scorpions together.
I think I just watched a movie. Maybe it was the one where Jennifer Aniston and Jason Sudeikis are like a fake couple trying to like smuggle drugs over the border or
Oh
something.
God. I think I saw like a second of this movie and I was like, I
Which
don't know how I feel about this movie at all. Yeah.
I loved that movie, and we watched it again recently, and they're questionable choices now. But
Yeah.
there was a point where I think a scorpion just crawled up his shorts, and that's not a life. That's not a day I ever want to see.
No. You know, the more that I think about this, maybe I'm not actually here for the story itself. I'm really here for the title being as horrific as it is in a like fairy tale sense.
Terrifying.
I don't know what's going to happen. We go to climate. Listen, I just feel like climate change, we think it's going to go one way, but I'm telling you, you got to pay attention. Scorpions are going to be a fucking problem. You could quote me on it. At some point, scorpions are going to be a fucking problem.
Looks like they already are, babe. I don't know. We got to keep an eye out.
The best that we've come up with is like sprays or like watching our shoes when we put our feet in. That's not good enough. That is a fear. That's a fear I don't even want to have. I don't even like imagine like in the Midwest, I get up out of a pool or something and I put my feet in flip-flops, or like not flip-flops, but like shoes. I don't even think twice about checking my fucking shoes for scorpions. But you live in like New Mexico or Arizona, bitch, scorpions are a part of your day to do, like the way that I think about bears.
Yeah, Alicia has talked about it too, because Paul, her husband, he got bit by one in bed.
That's what I'm saying.
Like 2 weeks ago.
I'm thinking I'm living a life of spiders that are slow and kind of in the corner, like that level of fear. You understand? Like I'm not like, literally, I used to go on hikes in LA. I don't even think about fucking bobcats and shit because I'm not thinking about bobcats anywhere. If
No.
there's like a lost dog on the street, we're all scurrying to like help it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not like the fact that like when I lived in LA and things would like kill cats and stuff, I'm like, that's not even, I don't even think.
Because want to know why we don't actively think of it? Because if we did, we would all have like blood pressure over
Dude,
the moon.
I
And
gotta have the
would,
ability to use like a knife or run at all points as a
you
woman,
would
as a
never be able to
person.
relax. Never.
Every time I walk to my car, I'm taking my fucking life in my hands, dude. And I don't even realize it. Okay. Scorpions, man.
Sitting right here, someone could just drive into your living room.
I know people that that's happened to, and I'm just sitting here on the fucking internet just talking to the goddamn computer. Anything can fucking happen. I'm not guaranteed anything. A time is just moving, dude, and it could be scorpions. It could be someone taking the like a red light. It could, every moment is fucking precious. I don't know how we got to this, but what I'm saying is full circle. Dude, there's a gratefulness you got to have for life, because truly we are in a fucking circus right now. And
that
anything could happen, including fucking scorpions. If a scorpion showed up and I was in the car, I would look at it for a solid minute being like, what the fuck is that? Like it's not even like ingrained in me enough to know what it is, because I wouldn't recognize it. Be like, is that from a book? Like
it's like when you're
I'd
like
be on
in
Instagram
another
like
state or something and you see someone who like you wouldn't expect to see there, so you don't immediately recognize them. You're like, oh, wait, what?
I would be on internet like, internet, what is this weird bug in my car? And they'd be like, bitch, it's a scorpion. And I'd be like, I had no idea. But you show me a fish fly, bitch, I can tell you what a fish fly is any day of the week. But a scorpion, dude, that's not embedded deep enough in me. And when I think of different places I've been, I think of like when I think of New Jersey, I think of deer. Because when I would visit you, there'd be so many deer. And when you come into town, the thing that people tell you about, like animal wise, is like the monster of that city.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you're like like they comment like New Jersey, you were just talking, there was so much talk about deer. It's a thing.
And I feel like people don't, because when I say that to people who don't live in New Jersey or haven't lived in New Jersey or in a state where deer is like a problem, they're like, oh, what deer? What do you mean? That's like Bambi. What's wrong? It's just Bambi, like,
Yeah, it's fine.
hanging out, eating flowers in the woods.
Yeah.
Until you're driving on a highway with no street lights and one jumps out in front of your car.
Dude, they just
like mine did election night 2008.
When I think of deer, I literally just think of them like like roaming around slowly in the dark of night when you're a teenager driving through like a dirt road. But like when I went to visit you, it's like all of a sudden the deer were everywhere. And I was more aware than ever, like, oh wow, there's certain times of the day that deer feed. Like deer animals are just out here fucking animal.
And they're just big old beasts.
And
Adorable.
we're driving through the fucking zoo thinking we own the zoo. Bitch, scorpions are here. We think we're observing what? Gorillas or like habitats? Bitch, we are the habitat. Okay, and we're not in charge of admission, dude.
We just moved in.
We are all one bad cougar attack away from the end, dude. You think like something shows up in your city, oh, they're coming. Okay, animals are fleeing California as it burns down to the ground. Like things that we don't think about. Like we all need to pick up an Encyclopedia Britannica and we need to learn about what species are still alive, dude. Because you might encounter, you think, I mean, when I went to Wyoming and all of a sudden I'm in a place where they're talking about like rattlesnakes. I'm like, I walk outside sometimes with no goddamn shoes on. I'm not thinking about fucking rattlesnakes. But that's the thing. I mean, listen, just
the lesson of today.
Check your shoes, dude.
Start thinking.
Check your shoes.
Please.
Check your shoes, man. Anyway, I'm here for scorpions getting back to home and being safe and being happy. Humans don't sound fun.
I'm here for another new series that I just started watching without even finishing the other ones that I started, because
Okay.
this is what I do. Okay. And it's called Mom. It stars Anna Faris and what's her name? Allison Janney.
Okay. I'm into it.
Have
You're
you seen
selling it
it?
to me. I have not seen it.
Oh, so here's the thing with Mom.
I
Okay.
thought you were selling
So,
me the pitch deck.
so well, I'll guide you through my experience with it. So
Okay.
a few years ago, I feel like I had never heard of the show, and then a couple years ago, it came out of nowhere, and I was like, Anna Faris is on a sitcom? Like that felt
I'm
out
here
of
for
place
it.
to me because I'm like,
No.
in my head, she's like a movie star, and so like when I think of a movie star
Is
going,
she?
it's like going back to TV, even though it's
Interesting.
not really the case
Interesting.
anymore
You
because
know
there are like
what?
a ton of good TV shows.
Listen, I can't wait. Okay, continue, sir.
No, go ahead.
Um, I was gonna say that, like, you know what, I have, just beyond even knowing you like the show or whatever, you're building up to this. I got faith in Anna Faris.
Oh yeah, I
I
mean
got
that's
faith.
part of the reason why I
I
ended
got
up
faith.
doing it, and also Allison Janney, who is an Oscar winner.
Absolutely. Anything with Allison Janney is gonna be good. Yeah, yeah.
Octavia Spencer is in it,
Mhm.
another Oscar
Yeah.
winner.
This is casting, baby.
Hello.
I
And
like
then there's
this.
also just like a bunch of guest stars who I love, like Wendy
Yeah.
Malick, who's also in Hot in Cleveland, which is another show that I'm on season 4 of. But besides the fact that some of the early episodes definitely have questionable jokes,
Fair.
it's super good. Like it is about it's called Mom, so it's about Anna Faris. She's a mom of like a 17-year-old daughter, and like so she had a kid when she was like 16 or 17. Her mom had her when she was 16 or 17. Her mom had her when she was young, and it's like their whole story, and they dive deep, they dive deep into like serious things, but then effortlessly end with a joke that is not insensitive and that is like really funny and good. And I'm just like, it
Nikki's
caught
like,
me so off
Nikki's like,
guard.
I can laugh safely, and like the
I
casting's on point and the
no,
writing's
it's
good.
like talk about like drug addiction and like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like,
we cycle through
how
the themes.
the writing is so good. And I'm
Okay.
like, how do you do it? Writers and casting directors and actors. It's such a good show. And I'm like, of course, I didn't discover it really until after it ended in May. It aired its series finale. But
How
now I
many
get to catch up
seasons?
8.
Oh, okay.
A
Solid.
lot.
Solid show.
Yeah.
I'm into
So
it. Okay. I'm adding it. I mean, I'm adding it to my list as someone who's selling a bunch now.
oh yeah,
So
it's on Hulu.
okay.
So I
We'll
think
see if I can get Hulu onto this old TV that's here. But like if she remembers not to open HBO Go and we're feeling like, ooh, I want to start a new email and get myself a new Hulu account for free for 30 days. Adding it to my list, baby.
it's great.
You know, this will be good when I come to visit you. I know that you'll put this show on and you'll get me sucked into it. And then like a week later, we will be finishing season 8 together. Cause that's what I do for friendship.
Okay, so today I would like to share with you a story that I have come across.
Okay.
That I guess is like, scary in the moment, but also low-key a dream of mine. And I think it's a dream of a lot of ours.
Oh, I don't like when you get broad with it. I don't like when you do that. Because I know you're gonna fuck me up. I don't trust you enough for this roller coaster ride, dude.
I love the setup. I really live for the setup of any story.
You're a real son of a bitch.
Snowstorm leads to impromptu sleepover for 31 people at Denmark IKEA.
If this isn't Nicky's fucking dream before, I mean, the conditions, I don't hope the story is horrible. I hope it's adorable and that everyone is like having a great time. But if I saw this, the first thing I would do is send this to Nicky and be like, this sounds like your ideal. Like if they lock kids in to play laser tag, like this would be lock Nicky into an IKEA with strangers.
Who of us?
Yeah. Who amongst us?
Who amongst us have not dreamt of a sleepover in IKEA?
I can tell you in honesty, I have never thought about a sleepover in IKEA, but I think you can sell me on the idea, babe. So continue.
Here we go. Okay, so here's what I think when I go to IKEA. I'm thinking so many beds. Number one, okay? They sell them. You know they got them. You're walking through, you pick your choice. You can sleep on a couch for fun if you want. You can sleep on a pile of rugs. Not only that, no. They have a cafeteria. They have a cafe downstairs. Okay? You can shop at 2 a.m. because what the fuck else are you gonna do?
How do you know the hours of service of IKEA?
Listen, when I read this, and by read this I mean just the title, not the article. Dude.
Nicky has had some formative experiences in IKEA. Like there have been times, like Nicky's life, highlighted moments in his life of good times involve in IKEA.
I remember the first time I went to an IKEA.
Look at you. This man's had a lot of hot dogs at IKEA. You get what I'm saying? Like if there's a chance to buy lemonade, this man's bought it. Okay.
Just the options, I can't.
This variety. Dude, listen, let me tell you, when I'm walking through an IKEA, I'm so stressed the whole time. But this is why I'm stressed. I'm like, I want everyone else to go home. I literally want it to be just me and my friends walking around quietly, just picking things up that we like. I don't want, because here's what I don't like about IKEA. I feel trapped like a little pig going to a meat market.
Like a little mice maze.
Yeah, it's like once you jump in to like you get past a section, which I never remember what the section is.
And get out.
It's like you're going down, you're in the tubes, baby. You're in the womb. Okay. You're passing through the birth canal. And there's no way out. You are being forced out to the light of the parking lot at some point. But not before you go through every possible thing you could ever want.
Absolutely.
Amongst a bunch of strangers. And if you make it to the end, good luck.
Oh, you're not getting out of there with less than 10,000 steps,
no.
baby girl.
No. If you like this is why like if it's IKEA, it's got to be like on a Sunday with Nicky, like a special, like we're having an adventure, because just the idea of being in a place that doesn't have 8 exits at least is like, I like imagine a scenario. Okay. You get to IKEA, you're at the front, you're like, I'm not going to get very much. I don't think I need a cart. And you get like midway into IKEA, you're at like the dishes or like the whatever widgets on the side of the sink that holds your cell phone, whatever part you're in, the fake plants, whatever. You're almost at the end if you're at the fake plants. And all of a sudden you're like, wow. I think I need a cart. I want you to imagine how much stress your body has to go through to get a cart. If I'm in a Target and
all the way back.
If I'm in a Target, I could go diagonal, I could go to the right, I could go to the left. There's clearings for me. I can get where I need to go in any kind of fashion, right? But in IKEA, it's like once you get into that flow, you're walking upstream at an IKEA. It's not a good day.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
It's not a good day. You almost feel a little pressure from people behind you, like you're walking through a theme park. Like we can sit here and we can look for a while, but at a certain point we got to go because other people have to look at the light fixtures. Like that's what I feel when I'm in IKEA. Judgment. But then also it's always got, and I'm always like, I'm going to go on Ikea.com more. There's such cute shit here. And then I never go on Ikea.com because I start thinking. I just
have the best idea that I think I'm going to put into motion, a plan I'm going to put into motion.
Okay.
I'm going to get high before I enter IKEA. I feel like that will feel like Disneyland.
It's like being on a lazy river in a tube. Like there's only it depends on how fast you're going and what kind of vibe you want to be in. Yeah.
Wow.
But here's the thing. IKEA is also a place you always go to when you move to a new city. At some point you end up at IKEA, like a friend that's lived there for a long time takes you to an IKEA.
Gotta check it out.
It happens at one point, at least. I think I only went I think every time I went, it's been with Nicky. I think it's been like 2 or 3 times in my life. And it's an experience.
Even though IKEA is exactly the same in every single city, it somehow feels like a local cultural experience.
It's like going with your family to an Outback Steakhouse.
And that's the
it's
magic.
just
I just want to make it clear for anyone who is questioning the fun aspect of this emergency situation. Here are some quotes, okay? So our kitchen staff had made sure there's a lot of hot chocolate, whatever Rissalamande is, pastries, soft drinks, coffee, and the odd beer for us in light of the occasion. Okay? It says they slept in furniture exhibitions and the showroom on the first floor where there are beds, mattresses, and sofa beds. It's really just they were able to leave in the next morning. It feels like something I would want my wish to be. You know, I'm like, I wish I could just be snowed in to an IKEA.
Dude, if there's ever a moment, if I ever had come upon the newspaper, and it was an announcement for something where they were gonna like choose some adults to hang out in an IKEA for the night, I would recommend you. I would send you a photo of the flyer. I would like make a video as your friend being like, Nicky is the one. Nicky's the one you want to choose, because there's just something in your spirit that screams to me, I want to be locked in an IKEA for 24 hours and I want to have a great goddamn time. You know?
This is me in Denmark. Is that where it was? I already forgot.
We talked ourselves out of understanding our own stories. Absolutely. Listen, when I tell you, literally, I think about being a kid and I went to like a laser tag overnight situation. You just play fucking laser tag. So you're like, your mind is melted. Like, there are teenagers working overnight with just a bunch of kids that like have eaten pizza and sugar and are just like fucking playing laser tag, trying not to pass out in the corner until their parents pick them up at like 8 a.m. I imagine that for you at the IKEA, of just like you having a grand fucking time, having life conversations in a bed on the 3rd floor of IKEA. Like, I see it. I see a photo shoot. I see like a great time for you. Me, I feel like I would be investigating a haunting in some kind of way in some corner of the store. Like, I'd be telling ghost stories. I don't know what I would be doing.
Flashlight under your chin.
Knowing me, well, depending on what chapter of my life we're in, like LA Town just would have been fucking someone probably in a bed in IKEA.
That sounds like a great sleepover.
Yeah, it feels like a different kind, but you know.
That sounds like a great episode of like Broad City or something.
This would be me. I'd be like, meet you at the end, and I would head right over and I would be flying through the aisles.
I absolutely will be joining you in that endeavor. That looks just enough risk taking for me.
Yeah. I would be down there. I would be plotting something. Actually, you know who I would be at IKEA? I would like wander through saying I don't need anything, and then I'd be coming home with a full fucking desk. I'd be sleeping. I'd be walking around like, who's that bitch that breaks into the house, to the bear's house, and then like sleeps? What's her name? Gretel or something? I don't know what the fuck her name is. Who's the bitch?
Gretel. Hansel?
No, not the brother sister walking in the woods witch fire shit. Oh. I'm talking about the bitch who fully breaks into a house.
Goldilocks.
That bitch. Listen, I'm not team Goldilocks, but I would be Goldilocksing my way through every IKEA bed. I would be testing out every bed. I'd be trying every chair. And I would be like, let's plan for the next apartment. Let me just feel what's going on and if it's really good.
I'm moving in.
I know you are.
And you know who else is moving in?
No.
These babies. So we want to give to Jeremy Shaw.
Jeremy Shawshank Redemption Myths.
And Shannon Lemon.
Lemon.
We also want to give a smaller but just as vibrant thanks to Heather Snitch Faraloides.
Heather, shh the fuck up, Snitch.
Jennifer Beth.
Jennifer, if you can't be best, be all right.
Cat Waterflame.
Cat, the truth and the light water flame.
MJ Dolorico.
MJ, my sweet, tart little baby bitch Dolorico.
Roberto XF.
Roberto, 3XL XS.
And Stephanie.
And Stephanie.
If you'd like to join us and them in the afterlife, you should. Please visit patreon.com/whatthisweetfuck. Thank you so much, Phoebes. If you'd like to join this and in the afterlife, please visit patreon.com/soundlyawake.
If you're not there, I don't know what you're doing.
You can find me most places at Soundly Awake.
You can find me, I mean, you would think at Meghan Tonjes, but good luck.
And there's like literally, I don't know, 1 million episodes to watch. So like if you're bored, here we are.